love to be oppressed outside.
So I hear you guys asking me every video, Andy, how's it going with the magic addiction? Are you still buying cards? Are you on the wagon yet? And to answer that question, I would like to show you an entire play booster box of Tarkir Dragonstorm. New magic cards. Oh, I came in today. Alright, so here's the deal. I'm gonna make a deal with you guys. Something like this. These are just cards. These are cards to play with. There's nothing really terribly dramatically special about them. I think the most expensive card in here is like 55 bucks. You know what I mean? Like, I actually have a possibility of maybe even possibly making like a small profit on this, because this was only like $100. But I am not going to seriously sit here and open 30 packs of boosters of just kind of magic cards for you guys. I know that you guys don't give a fuck about the magic cards. I get it. I get it. I get that there are a couple of you that are like, I watched it because I don't play, but it is fun to see you talk about it. And I understand that the greater portion of you are not here so much for the subject, but you're here for me. And I get that, and I love you. You know this. And because I love you, I'm not going to sit here and open 30 fucking packs of just magic cards. Now, I will be getting another box of Innistrad collector booster packs, right? That I will be opening in a video. Now, why? The difference is the collector packs, they're not just magic cards. Some of them are just magic cards, but like they're all special in some way or another, right? They're collector's packs, so you don't just get normal cards. Like, the least most interesting card that you're going to get out of a collector's pack is a foil something or another. You know what I mean? But they have like all sorts of weird, crazy art designs and stuff like that. So when I do that video, it's going to be partially for me to make content out of it, because that box was $300. But yeah, partially just to make content out of it, but also to kind of see what that content does, because these kind of videos are popular. And so if it's kind of just you guys watching it and you guys are enjoying it and that whole thing, then I'll do it as long as I'm off the wagon. You know, as long as I'm getting the boxes, I might as well do it. But I'll only do it with like collector stuff, because that's the cool stuff. But if too many people start watching it, then most likely what I'm going to do is I will make a totally separate channel that will be EgoCast MTG, something like that. And I will post those videos there, because the last thing I want to do is be undone by an addiction. Like, that has always been my big... There are many things that I'm addicted to. Cigarettes. Magic cards. There are other things. But, right? I don't want to be undone by one of my addictions somehow. That's the thing. I've brushed against it a whole lot. I've come very close. I've learned a lot of lessons. So, I don't want, for me opening magic cards, to become a thing where then my channel starts getting a lot of views and a lot of people come to it, and then I start getting in trouble. Right? So, if I wind up getting a whole lot of views, because like the magic collection, when I showed off all my magic cards just kind of randomly, that got like 300, 500 views, something like that. So I was like, So yeah, even I get views with magic. So that could be a danger to all of us here at the channel. That could get this channel shut down. So I'll make another channel and I'll do the magic shit over there. If you guys want to go over there and watch, I'll tell you when it's up. I'll tell you when I post. So there you go. But yeah, that's I am most definitely not dealing well with the magic addiction right now. But hey, whatever. I really haven't spent that much money this month. Just $600-700, something like that. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, but And the other amazing, wonderful, exciting, awesome, really great, fucking cool thing that happened today, I was at work today. And I get a phone call. And I'm like, ugh, who's calling me? Because I was working with somebody today, and usually what happens is whenever I'm with somebody, they know the guy I'm with is driving and I'm the passenger. So like if the office wants to call us to tell us something, they usually will call me. So I'm like, oh fuck, what's going on now? So I pull out my phone and I look at it, and the caller ID said City of Redacted Police Department. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Because it wasn't my local cops. So I'm like, well, it's not a call from the police to tell me that something happened with my parents or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's not that. And I'm like, mind you, it's ringing while I'm sitting here going, what the fuck did this possibly be? And then finally I'm like, and I just answered it because I'm like, I'm not going to let it ring too long. And I was like, hello. And he's like, is this Andy? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, I love your channel on YouTube, man. No. He was like, no. So, we found the guy who stole your car. And I was like, oh, did you? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, well, that's fantastic. And he's like, yeah. So, just wanted to call and let you know that happened. You know, he even asked me, he's like, yeah, 2 years ago, do you remember when you got your car stolen? And I was like, how could I possibly forget that? He just got laughed. He was like, yeah, I get you. But yeah, so they caught the motherfucker. And so I was like, well, does this mean that I'm going to have to like come in and go to court or something? Like, am I have to do a witness thing or something or other? And he's like, maybe. He's like, possibly, if the guy decides to fight it, but I really don't think the guy's going to decide to fight it. And I was like, oh, okay. And plus, that brought back the memory when I went to go and give my statement. The cop was like, well, look, just to tell you, we're probably going to get this guy because he was real dumb about this. And I was like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, he left a whole lot of blood in the car. And I was like, yes! Because that's almost a guarantee, man. Somebody's going to do some shit like that. They're going to do something else stupid sooner or later. It's just a matter of time. 2 years. Here we are. I'm not a crook! But yeah. So, caught the motherfucker. So that means that now that they've caught him, hopefully that will go over to my car insurance company, which I'm honestly thinking about calling them and being like, hey, I got a call from cops today that said they got the guy, so. Because every month for the past 2 years, or like every quarter for the past 2 years, they've been sending me a letter saying, we're still trying to get your deductible back from the guy that stole your car, but so I'm thinking about letting them know that they caught the motherfucker so that they can begin to try and get my money back. Even for every bit as that officer was certain that I was not going to have to come in and go to court over this, I am every bit just as much sure that there is no fucking way I'm getting a cent out of this asshole. So, whatever. Told me his name. Made me laugh. I'm not going to say his whole name because I got to be honest with you. I didn't quite understand the first name. But it sounded stereotypical. I'll just put it that way. The last name was Harris. And that made me laugh because I'm like, it just, whenever you hear something and then your brain automatically just throws out a fucking thought that is some way may or may not be applicable to what you just heard. Immediately I thought, I wonder if he's related to Kamala Harris. I doubt it. But that would be funny. This is fucking a relative of Kamala Harris stole my fucking car. But yeah, so got that motherfucker. Yeah, I'm happy about that. That makes me really happy. Like, today was a banging day in the morning. I get into work And I'm starting to get my truck together, and my boss goes, no, you're with Aaron today. And I was like, sweet, I don't have to drive. And realistically, the person that rides really doesn't do, mostly they're there to kind of carry stuff and kind of do side things that have to be done. We kind of split the job, but like, I don't even have to really work today. Like normal, I'm doing like half work today. I don't gotta drive, I'm doing half the fucking work today. This is great. It's Friday. This is great, right? And then I get a notice on my phone. Your shit has been delivered. And then I get a call. We caught the fucker. Everything is coming up handy today.
When the earth starts to settle, God throws a stone at it. And believe me, he's winding up.
All right. That was fun. It took me like 5 hours to open this. Because I'm like fucking around, watching the show. Anyways, I got them all open. I got a whole bunch of really fun stuff. Anyways, not going to talk about magic cards anymore. Next magic video will be like Tuesday. Just so you know. Video going around now. I'm sure you've all seen it. Where they're doing a hearing on transgender everything. Like, this is just the entirety of this hearing is really just a show of how ridiculous the whole fucking thing is from the top down. Like, the entire thing is so insane that it's just... So they bring on all these doctors to talk about whatever the fuck they have. They're doing a hearing on it, so they want to bring on expert witnesses, right? Expert witnesses in the area of medicine, right? Now, medicine, you would think, would not really be a heavily politically motivated thing. However, nowadays, medicine is a heavily political thing. And that is just... I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And this doctor, who's called in to testify on behalf of the Democrats, she says, not in so many words, I don't remember her exact words, I will paraphrase. She says she's there to talk about the science, and that politics has no place in the science. So they ask her a fairly simple scientific question: can a man get pregnant? And she goes, well, like, I treat all manner of different patients. And he's like, no, can a man get pregnant? Well, you see, I treat all sorts of different patients. No. Don't waste my time. Don't waste the time of the people here for the proceeding. Can a man get pregnant? It's a yes or no question. Can a man get pregnant? Well, you see, I don't really know why you're asking this question, because I want to know the truth. Can a man get pregnant? It just went back and forth like that for far too fucking long. If you're there for the science and not the politics, then you say, no, a man cannot get pregnant because he does not have those particular reproductive parts. Fucking simple. No. No, a man cannot get pregnant. However, if she were to say that a man cannot get pregnant, that would essentially be like executing every man that thinks they can get pregnant. Every one of them. Like, that's how they take it. You've just killed them all. No. Like, they have attempted to force us to accept delusion for a decade, almost. A fucking decade. It's been a decade. And after 10 years of people going, alright, I'll accept your delusion, just leave me the fuck alone, they still just don't get it. They're ruining fucking everything. And people have had enough. Can a man get pregnant? Well, you see, it seems like you're trying to trap me in some sort of truth-telling thing. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. We're trying to trap you into giving up the politics and just talking about the science, which is what you said you wanted to do. Like, all in all, I'm paying attention to as many things as I possibly can. And the reason why I've been getting on X so much recently is because I want to put my little finger on the zeitgeist. I want to take in as much input as everybody's giving. I want to see how people are reacting to it. And I'm doing like rough calculations in my mind. And I've got to tell you, people are fucking tired of this shit. Like, a lot more people are tired of this shit. Right? From the left on X, I see the same fucking people again and again and again. It's always the same, like, couple hundred fucking people. Right? And then there's a whole bunch of random loonies. Probably a few thousand random loonies. Right? And then you've got, every time one of these people post, you've got 10,000 responses to it, all from random different people. And all of them are like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, man, I don't know. At the end of the day, we all gotta get, like, my thing with voting, as I've said many times, because I've talked about this through the years, right? 2016, didn't vote. And I was hoping about it. I don't vote. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Because you're voting for one side or the other of the same fucking coin. People that are just going to sit around and do nothing and collect a whole lot of fucking money. And they're going to retire millionaires, if not billionaires. You know, working a job where they make $150,000, $250,000 a year. Or whatever it is. Okay. Like, so I don't vote. Don't care. Doesn't matter. It's all the same fucking people. It's just these people are retarded, and these people are retarded, and they don't do anything. Except every once in a while they do something, and there's a whole bunch of shit that we don't even know about in that something, and then all of a sudden we go, why are things fucked up? Like, they very rarely do anything good or worthwhile. They absolutely refuse to hold each other accountable. And I understand the argument of why they don't do it. I just think it's bullshit now. Like, this is a fucking thing. We have two ideologies in this country. They cannot coexist. You cannot coexist in the same society with people that believe that abortion is healthcare if you believe that abortion is murder. These things just don't, they really can't mesh. They can for a while. There's gonna be a point, right? You can't live in the same society peaceful with people who believe that the police are what cause all the crime if you're the type of person that believes that the police stop as much crime as they possibly can. These things don't mesh. They will for a while, but sooner or later, people are going to be fucking done. You can't live in the same society with people that believe that just on a fucking whim, you can be whatever you just want to be. I am a 1/1000th dragon, 1/1000th crow, 1/1000th wolf, 1/1000th. Get ready, because this is gonna take a while. I'm 1/1000th of 1,000 different animals that I just think are cool, and we ain't even got to the big cats yet. Tiger, lynx, slate. You can't live in the same society with these type of people if you think that's ridiculous. You can't live in the same society with people that think that there should just be no divisions in sports, and you should have the teams reflect the fucking demographic of the country, or whatever the fuck. Like, you can't live in the same country with people who believe that random ass black people should just have high-end positions because they're black. Like, and I'm not talking like manager at McDonald's. No, I'm talking surgeons, pilots, like all manner of jobs where lives, sometimes many multiple hundreds of lives at a time, are in the hands of people who were chosen because you're black, or you're a woman, or you're a Latino, whatever. These are positions wherein you need to have the best people for the job. Be they black, God bless you. If they're white, whatever. If they're Asian or Latino or Latina, I don't give a shit. When I'm going under the knife to have open heart surgery, I want the best doctor, not the darkest. Right? I want the guy who's going to get me out of this alive, not the guy who's going to be black while possibly killing me. Like, these are ideologies that cannot coexist. And it is very much like Islam. You have one side of Islam that believes that if you do not do all of these hardcore fucking ridiculous things that are just oppressive and awful, then you should be killed. And then there's the other side of Islam that's like, we don't want to kill anybody. We want to kill everybody. We don't want to kill anybody. These things cannot coexist, and they've been fighting about that for thousands of years. We've only been fighting over this dumb shit for hundreds of years. That's why I call it 1,000 years of darkness, because I'm just hoping we'll get through it in 1,000 years and have it not take thousands of years. It's frustrating. It's fucking frustrating. And right now, probably the most sinister aspect of what the Democrats have just... The Democrats are children with machine guns. No. No, fuck that. Honestly, that shit is an insult to children, and I apologize. Having recently decided to become a child again myself, I apologize. That is insulting to children. They are fucking monkeys with machine guns, full of live ammo, locked, loaded, and ready to just run on auto. And they are running around, gassing up a whole bunch of white women who are acting like they are characters in the movies. Like, literally acting like they're characters in the movies. Saw a video the other day of this bitch who's sitting there like, I just got home from the gym and I feel like Sarah Connor. Guess what? You're not. And if you do something stupid, you're going to get arrested. And if you do something really stupid, you could possibly be maimed. And if you do something really, really stupid, you could possibly be killed. Please don't be stupid. That's all I want. Like, and they don't care. Like, again, I say this to my dad all the time. You have to understand that their idea is to collapse the government. They keep losing. They don't like that. They want to rule with impunity in perpetuity. They want to rule overwide. They want to fucking set the rules for how you breathe, motherfucker. And they don't give a shit how they get there. Because their idea is to rule with an iron fucking fist in the most retarded way possible. And they want to do it for good. And they are done fucking around with the process. They are now in full-on, full-tilt boogie, min-max mode. We're making this happen. You are going to be an authoritarian, fascist regime no matter how many of our citizens we have to encourage to go out and be killed by you. We're going to keep pushing them out of their homes to go stand in your way. And the more of them that do it, the more tense the situation gets. And the more tense the situation gets, the more the dummies want to push the fucking tension. And then the agents all say, oh my God, I don't want to have to shoot somebody today. And then they start to back off. And as soon as you see this over and over and over again, as soon as they start to back off, that's when the rocks, the snowballs, the fucking water bottles, that's when everything starts to get thrown. That's when the cheers really fucking pick up, and the fucking insults really pick up, and the threats really pick up. And then that's at some point, somebody's gonna fucking run at somebody, and then a whole bunch of people run. And then agents have to shoot at them with pepper balls, hopefully. But like, at some point, these assholes, because they're gearing up, man. They're getting ready. They're getting full on ready to launch an assault. Everybody take advantage of your 2A right. We got the Black Panthers out there armed up with fucking rifles. And it's not that I have a problem with them owning the guns. I have a problem with them using the guns against federal law enforcement who is doing the job I voted for them to do. Why did I vote? Again, I didn't vote until 2020. I was born in 1979. I didn't vote until 2020. Because it mattered to me. I saw what was coming. And I see what's coming now. And this is why I said, no, just because we won this president, that doesn't mean that it gets worse now. Well, out of the 1,000 years of dark, no, it gets worse now. Here we are. And once the Black Panthers start shooting at ICE agents, and the ICE agents start shooting back at the Black Panthers, it's going to be this shit all over again. Nobody's going to care that they shot first, because everybody's going to look at the video and say, you see, the ICE agent shot first. We'll play the first 5 seconds of the video. What do you mean the first 5 seconds of the video? I'm just going to pretend that doesn't exist. And then the feds are going to have to come in. Donald Trump is going to have to do the Insurrection Act. And they're going to see, look, he's imprisoning all of his political rivals. He's imprisoning all the people who vote for Democrats just because they vote for Democrats. It's not because they literally got guns and started shooting at federal agents. It's all just because Donald Trump's a fascist. But anyways, yeah, here we are. That lady was fucking stupid.